Hello lads, I'm underneath a 99 3 Series BMW and this car failed the NCT test on emissions on lambda, and we have a fault stored in the ECM and it is oxygen sensor. Now I'm just with the Pico scope scoping at the sensor. There is the O2 sensor, lambda sensor, and I'm in there on the black wire. And the black wire from a lambda sensor should be the signal wire. So two parts to this lambda sensor. We have the heating element and we have the signal output sensor for the oxygen sensor. So the two white wires are always going to be the heating element wires. They're going to have a power feed from a relay and then switching ground. And the two other wires, the grey and the black, the grey is going to be a sensor ground and the black is going to be a signal. So this generates its own signal when it gets up to operating temperature. That's where I am now, in on the signal wire. And in on the signal wire, I have 12 volts, which is very wrong. Now look at a wiring diagram, and let me show you. Starting out. And what I found was the green wire coming to the O2 sensor is a power for the heating element side of this O2 sensor, and that's coming from a relay. Now if we go up to the other side of that, there's the green wire. The 12 is coming in and it should be going to the heating element of the O2 sensor, but it's going to the signal wire of the O2 sensor. So that is very strange indeed, and we had a look at this, and what we came up with, that this O2 sensor is wired wrong, and we found out that it had been changed by someone else. So what we did was, we got another one. There's the box. It's a Bosch one, and I will take this out and I'll show you now. The wires are mixed up here on this one, and I'm liking this one a lot more. I'll get this out and I'll show you, compare new with old, and we'll just see how mixed up this is. So after this swap or switcheroo, it should be a fix. I'm hoping so anyway, but we'll see. Right lads, I got out my O2 sensor. It came out nice and easy. As I said, it was changed before by somebody, so no thread damage, or it didn't give me grief or anything like that. It came out nice and handy. But if we look down here, when you go to the light, see, it can only plug in to that plug on the wiring loom one way. So it can't be switched around or it can't be plugged in wrong. It can only go in one way, as you can see there. Now if we go down, so on the flat side, we have a white and a grey on the new one. And on the opposite, on the one beside it, it's black and white. If we look at that side, we have grey and black and white there. So it's hard to see it there, but anyway, you can see that this, whatever O2 sensor they put in, it's just wired wrong for the car. You know, the length of the wires are very, very different. As you can see there, the new one I've gotten from Bosch is a lot longer. But what I am happy about is that the wires, I think now, on this one, are in the right place. So that green wire, when I plug it in, that green wire will be coming down and into that white wire here for the heating element, and the brown wire up there is the ground for the heating element. So it'll be going through the two white wires, which are for the heating element of an O2 sensor. Whereas on that one, it was running power down the green wire into the black wire and trying to get out the grey wire, maybe, I don't know, but it was all arseways anyway, wonky. So that was never going to work. But I'm going to put this one in, we clear the codes, and we see can I get a signal of this new sensor anyway. Let's see what happens. Okay lads, my O2 sensor is fitted, and now I'm checking the signal output from the O2 sensor. So that's on the yellow wire. I'm getting the ground on that side. Let's go. And as you can see there, we're switching from rich to lean. When it goes high, it's sensing rich. When it goes low, it's saying lean. So we are now working as we should. There is the other O2 sensor that I took out of it. Now, it's not that this was wired wrongly in the factory or something, I just think it's wrong for the car. Two white wires are the heating element in this sensor. They were just going to the wrong wires on the car side. And that was the problem with this car. To the scope, or to the scan tool, sorry. I did clear out the fault. It's back again. Option O control. Control stop. Oh. Why that happened? Right. We'll clear out that again, we'll see. We'll see, what does this come back? It is back. Right, we're maybe not out of this yet. Okay lads, we're going to do a bit of clear oxygen sensor control adaptions. I'm going to do all these, I think. See what happens. They're cleared, okay. End of service function, okay. What do I do now? The car may need to match again. Yes. Switch terminal ignition off. Press OK. And we'll do 2 as well. Adaption values were clear. Okay. And the service function. Okay. Switch terminal on. Might do 4. Clear all adaptions. Adaption values were clear. Okay, cool. End of service function. Okay. Alright, so we definitely have a working O2 sensor, but then it goes lean. It did go lean for me there. And it did bring up the code. It did bring up that code. So after doing that now, we'll clear this again. DTC's cleared. I might switch to a different scan tool to see if I can get. I don't have the PID for O2 sensor, nor do I have short-term, long-term fuel trims. So I'd like to see. Maybe that's just it now, is it? We'll see. Okay, lads. So I did clear the code, and I drove this up the road, and it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. Switching all the time here now for me, and I don't have any lights on. I do have an airbag light on there. That maybe, I don't know, am I addressing that? But at the moment our O2 sensor is working and is alive. Now I don't know. We'll go back. We're going old school here. We're going with the Snap-on Solus Ultra. Seems to be the best one for PIDs and data on this. Sorry about the glare there. But we are switching from rich to lean. I like that. We go back. We go to codes. And I have no codes present. I don't know, maybe a drive, maybe that little reset on the top down. I don't know, but anyway, O2 sensor is alive and working and reporting. Maybe this is a fix, but I did at one point see it drop very, very low and stay there. There is the O2 sensor. And it is switching. And that's what we want. Maybe a bit of driving. Now, I don't know what effect having that O2 sensor, like with the wires wrong. Well, we had like 12 volts going from a relay into the computer through the signal wire. Could that have done anything funny to the computer? I don't know, but at the moment we are doing what we're supposed to be doing and switching. So hopefully this is a fix. Okay lads, I'm having a look at this airbag light that was on as well, and we have firing circuit driver pretensioner underneath the seat. I see wires, driver seat. I see wires. Now not disconnected, I disconnected, but it looked all kind of half disconnected. It nearly just fell apart in my hand. So I think this might be a clean up and secure that on, and that might be a fix for the airbag light as well. We'll see. But underneath the driver's seat, them wires. Okay lads, it does seem that the wire under the driver's seat was the issue. I cleaned that up, secured it and cleared the codes. We have no codes present, and my airbag light is gone. Engine off, airbag light on, off, start the car, stays off. Other one is a brake pad wear indicator lamp. I wasn't asked to do anything with that, but yeah, I think we're done now with this BMW. So the O2 sensor, wrong O2 sensor fitted, no signal off it, and it failed the test on, where are we? On our lambda reading. So lambda was high, 1.11, not between 0.97 and 1.03. So it was reading lean at the tailpipe. So I think that's a fix. Okay lads, thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Okay lads, this BMW was not quite happy. You see that O2 sensor there, it's switching up, down, up, down, up, down. And it's doing it perfectly there, and it's been doing it perfectly there ever since I found a pipe split out under the intake manifold. So this would switch, and then all of a sudden, intermittently, it would flatline at the bottom for a period of time, and when it would do that, it would log a code O2 controlled stop. So then I went looking, and I'll show you. Oh, it's gone to it. Stay there. So I've got out under the intake manifold, and you see that white liner there. I put that in. There was a pipe split there underneath the intake manifold. We did repair that pipe, and ever since I repaired that pipe, our lambda sensor is switching happily. Now, I would say that that was the original problem, and that is why someone else before me changed the O2 sensor, and then they got the wrong O2 sensor and fitted it in. So two problems I was faced with here. One, the O2 sensor was wrong for the car, and number two, that pipe was split. So it looks like now finally we have a fix. and I'll take it back out there. Codes, no codes present, good. Back into data. And there's the O2 sensor voltage, switching from rich to lean. So okay, now, finally now lads, we're out of this one and this is the fix. So again, everyone, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.